Hello class, Mr. Stone here. The problem I put on today, I actually seen this on the net and I thought, wow, this looked pretty good. The way the wordage said in this, it was actually an ant went down these steps and he started at point A up here. So he started up here and he ended up at B down here. Okay? But as you notice, he didn't do every step equally. He kind of cut across them a little bit. So they want to know, hey, how far did this ant travel? Okay? They told you quite a bit. Okay? They told you that the whole step was 200 centimeters wide, and it was 30 centimeters deep, and 40 centimeters high, okay? So that's the distance this ant's got to travel, okay, in these different things. So you might look at it and say, whoa, how am I ever going to figure this out? But hey, like I always say, try to think outside the box. What happens if you took this, let me move this over here. You straighten it out, okay? So you straighten out this set of steps, okay? And it came like this, okay? And, there's 5 steps, okay? I counted them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 steps. And each step is 30 and 40, it's 70, okay? That's the amount of wood on each one, okay? So you got 5 times 70 is 350, okay? They told you the top was 200, so you got a little square here, okay? And I actually labeled them A and B and C, okay? Because you got a right triangle here, okay? It's just a piece of paper that you made square, okay? So with that knowledge, right, we've gone over before, like the Pythagorean theorem, okay? And that is right up here, right up the top. Okay, the one we're most familiar with is the top one. It's A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay? So with that knowledge, you could take the numbers you have and you could work out the formula and say, hey, I know what the C squared. I'm going to be able to figure this out. Okay? So all you really have to do is you took the piece of paper and you write down the A, okay? The A is the 200. 200, so you get 200 square plus the B is going to be 350. 350 square equals the C square, which is the distance the ant traveled. Okay, this is getting easier and easier. Okay, now what I'd recommend is to get your calculator out to do this. Okay, do it on your calculator because it'll come out a lot easier. Okay, because these are pretty big numbers. Okay, so the first one, it's 40,000. 40,000 plus, now what's 350 square? That's 122,500. Okay, well now, same with everything else. I got to get the C by itself. So how do you do that? Okay, well, let's add these two together. Okay, I got 162. 162, 500. Okay, equals the C square. Okay, now I got to get the C by itself. That's what I want to know. Okay, I really don't want to know C square. I want to know what's C. So the same with everything else. You have to do the inverse. Something square, the opposite of that is square root, okay? So what you do is you square root both sides, okay? Square root both sides. Now, this square root, this crosses out this, okay? So, we now want to take, what's the square root of 162.5, okay? So you get your calculator, okay? So we do 1 square root 162,500. I get 403. 403.11 equals, now it's just down to C, So that's the answer. That's the distances the ant traveled. Okay, centimeters. Let's put the centimeters in because sometimes teachers will mark it off and they won't give you full credit. Okay, we know we dealt with centimeters is what they're telling us. Okay, so that's the distances the ant traveled. But you see how thinking outside the box and straightening out the steps into the piece of paper? Like we've done that straightening out thing on cylinders, spheres. We've straightened them out, okay? And changed them from what they look like, wrapped around a cylinder. And, hey, it's a straight thing, and that actually forms a square too, remember? Or a rectangle, okay? So that's all there was to this. So remember, never panic when you look at something like this. You'll say, hey, this is a solution. Let me think. How can I do this, okay? If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have any mathematical friends or any students in school that might come across this, please share it with them because maybe it'll help them, okay? And even if it just helps their mindset to say that these things are solvable, okay? That's a big plus, okay? Have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.